You know who I am?
Anything you say. Anything you say.
It's official.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. This week, the only thing big that's been going around is the whole Donald Trump getting arrested BS. They're trying to cover up the whole Hunter Biden crap, all their criminal activity. And they're trying to cover up all the bank bailout shit that it's going down, blah blah blah. So they think this is going to cover, make people look over here instead of look what's right in front of them, what's going on, that the Democrats and the left is doing. Anyways, today is Tuesday. I usually do my videos on Mondays or Tuesdays, and then I post them Wednesday mornings, most generally. I waited till today to do the video because I wanted to see if Trump was going to get arrested. It's late in the afternoon. I've checked all the news sites. I haven't seen anything yet. That doesn't mean he won't get arrested later on tonight or later on in the week. I'll have to cover it, next video if he does. But I didn't see anything, so he hasn't been arrested yet. So let's move on to what I really want to talk to you about this week. I just got done watching a couple of shows that the guys on Neurotic, if you ever seen the YouTube channel Neurotic, Gary, Jeremy, Az, and Garrett, they mentioned this to me and told me I should watch it because it's just fucking hilarious. So I went ahead and decided to watch a show called MILF Manor. Now, I do have a slight fetish when it comes to reality TV. I like some of the reality romance TV series like The Bachelor, and the only reason why I like watching I like watching the first episode of The Bachelor. I've mentioned this in another video, but I like watching the very first episode because the women will do some of the craziest fucking insane shit, not only to be on the show but try to impress The Bachelor. Now, they do have an opposite show, because for a while it was just The Bachelor, but the feminists threw a fit, so they came out with The Bachelorette, which is dumb. Nobody watches that shit. The ratings are horrible for The Bachelorette. Why? They're still going up for The Bachelor, which I don't know why. Most of it's scripted anyway throughout the show, but that first episode's just funny. And you have different countries who do a similar show. So, they mentioned this show, MILF Manor, and another show, which I've been watching it too, I'll get to it next. But MILF Manor. Oh my gosh. This just shows how backwards our society is gone. It's ridiculous. You have a set of women, older women, 45 or older, mostly older, and a bunch of young pups, like 20-year-old men. Come to find out, the women are all the mothers of the young men. So it's moms and sons on the show. And they're all supposed to try to figure out who they're going to choose to date, pair up with, and get to know and decide to date. The show doesn't last that long. And they're supposed to continue their relationship after the show's over. Whatever. It's so dumb. Some of the shit that they do, they have these little games or whatever that they play throughout the show. And it's usually sexual type based games. And it's just horrible. Some of the shit is just god awful. Just it's so cringe. And these women, most of them look like shit. They're not good looking at all. There was one that was barely passable. And then the rest of them are just And the worst one is you have this woman named Kelly. She's this blonde, and she's just god awful looking, and she's had like 6 kids, and you know, she looks like an old witch. Horrible makeup, fucking. And then when she takes off the makeup, it's just, I'm just saying, the woman is gross. But yes, she thinks she's hot shit. And she's not. She's just, it's disgusting. But anyways, that show, it was hilarious. I watched it. I kept watching it until the end just because, oh my God, it was just so retarded. They were dumb. It was the nastiest show I've ever fucking seen. As far as dating shows, romance, reality. It was just god awful. Awful show. Anyways, if you want to laugh, this is a show to watch, because it just shows you how bad our society has gotten. How low feminism has created for people. It's just fucking retarded. Okay. I give it 2 thumbs down, unless you just want a good laugh, because it's how dumb it is. Okay, moving on. The other show that they told me to watch, because it was pretty bad for the UK, even though they do have an American and Australian version, which I haven't watched yet. I'll probably get around to watching some of that too, just to see the differences. But there's a show in the UK called Love Island. Now this dating show, oh my God. Now they tried to do this like in the early 2000s. I think they did 1 or 2 seasons, and it was just horrible. So they canceled the show. But there was some rich leftist feminists who wanted to bring the show back, so they did. Now I fucked up. I didn't start with season 1. I started watching season 9 and then realized, oh, this is season 9. What the fuck? Which is the latest season. I'm shocked that this show has done 9 seasons. I really am. I mean, I could see 1 or 2 seasons and then it getting canceled, but 9 seasons of this crap. Oh my gosh. And they all must be chain smokers in the UK, because they chain smoke like a motherfucker. Every one of them chain smoke. It's wow. Just wow. Now, of course, all the guys that usually come in have some sort of muscles and, you know, like, I don't know. They look like they've been in the gym all day, blah, 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 you know, just, because that's not what a normal guy looks like, so it's kind of dub. And the girls, oh my gosh, they like, not all of them, but most of them put like a ton of makeup, fake eyelashes, fake hair extensions. Anyways, the girls on this show, they had one couple named Shaq and Tanya. And Tanya should have been done after what they call it, the Casablanca thing or whatever, where they separate the guys and the girls and then they bring other people in there of the opposite sex to see if they'll pair up with them instead after they've been in there a while and love. Apparently they can't leave the villa that they're in. Supposedly they're stuck in there 24/7 the entire time the show's going on, which I think is bullshit. I don't believe that for an instant. So that just sounds dumb to me, that they're supposedly stuck in there and they can't leave. I don't believe that shit at all. Anyways, they have this constant thing where they, you know, they can pair up with somebody else if they want to. And Tanya does it. Shaq remains loyal, but Tanya does it. She brings somebody else with her and tells Shaq. And then, like, these guys are fucking simps. Every one of them are fucking simps. I kid you not. Like, they're making breakfast, the girls' breakfast, and the girls are all, oh, I can't fucking cook, blah, blah, blah. So what the fucking producers do? They have a round where the guys have to cook food for the girls. But they don't make the girls cook food for them, which they should be able to do. Every woman should know how to cook for their man. Plain and simple. But none of these women know how to cook. Not one. And I've noticed this while I've been watching other seasons. None of these women know how to cook. It's literally a show for fucking feminists, women. That's literally what the show's designed for. I mean, this would piss me off even more. The guys, at some point in time, towards the end of the show, they gotta take a lie detector test, but the women don't. The women get to ask the guys a bunch of fucking serious questions, but then they don't turn around and have the women do the same thing. It's just the guys. That's bullshit. That's flat out bullshit. It's retarded. They cater to these girls. There were only 2 girls on the show that I thought actually looked pretty decent without all the makeup, and that was Jessie and Sammy. But everybody else had to have fucking makeup to look pretty good. I actually thought Jessie was the best girl until she's all like, yeah, I want to be a wife, I'm wifey material and blah blah blah. But then come to find out, this girl didn't know how to cook, clean, do anything. All she knew was how to look good. I was like, fuck that. If you can't fucking, you know, contribute to the relationship somehow, instead of just looking good all the time, then fuck off, you know. But anyways, the surprising couple that won, they have a $50,000 prize. I think it's 50,000. I can't remember. Excuse me. They have a $50,000 prize at the end of the show, or pounds, or whatever. And the surprising couple that won was this couple called Sanam and Kai. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because they were pretty much a new couple towards the end. So it didn't make no sense why they only had like a week or so together in there and they won. While everybody else, most of the other couples had been there from the beginning. So that made it blew my mind. I was like, well, that makes no sense. Most of the other couples have been in there since the beginning, but they're the ones who won after only being coupled up like for a week or two. Max. That was weird. It made no sense. And it's the people who voted for him in the UK. I was just, that makes no sense. None. There is one chick that they had on the show that I could not stand. Her name was Olivia. She's a decent looking girl, but she was a bitch. She was constantly trying to get shit started. She got pissed when she brought someone else from Casa, and she found Kai was who she was originally paired up with. And she found out that Kai paired up with somebody else. She got pissed at him, but he wasn't allowed to be pissed at her. Which he didn't. He just like, well, I just felt that Sanam was a better choice. We didn't click as well as I thought we would. She got all huffy puffy about it. Instead of worrying about the guy she was with, she's got pissed at Kai and got jealous and shit and threw a temper tantrum. She's always doing that shit. Woe is me, bawling her eyes out. It was dumb. She was dumb. I hated her. Couldn't stand her. Anyways, now I'm working on the other seasons of the show, and I'll get around to the American version and the Australian version eventually. But it's just funny because it's a fucked up show. It really is. It's so fucking retarded. Drama, 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 which I really don't like. But these women are just, and the guys, get the fuck out of here. Oh, I got a fucking 600 body count. Get the fuck out of here. No, you don't. You're a lying motherfucker. And what's with all the skinny ass jeans? Like, that's so ignorant. That's the most horrible dress fashion I've ever seen. Not only top of that, but they're using this British slang that fucking's just dumb. I mean, in America we call, you know, women chicks sometimes. Over there they call them birds. I get the reference, but at the same time I'm just like, that's just dumb. You don't call them a bird. That's dumb. You know, but at the same time, you know, we call women chicks, which, I don't know, it's kind of dumb too, but still, I don't know. Or he mugged me off, you know. A mug means to beat the fuck out of someone and steal shit from them. They didn't mug you off. That's the dumbest shit. Some of their slang is fucking retarded. I'll go through some of it next video, or not, the next time I do a review on one of the seasons. But yeah, it's, some of the shit's just downright funny on the show. That's the only reason why I'm watching it, is just to see how stupid these people are. Anyways, that's my take on Love Island so far. It just, some of the shit's just dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. But it's the UK version. I think some of the British are just some of the most pompous ass motherfuckers. Not all Brits are like that. I'm just saying, you know, these type of people you see on this reality show, they are like that. You know, all the bad shit you've ever heard about the British, it's all on this show. It's absolutely asinine. But funny too. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Let's get on to your B-movie reviews. Okay, movieaholics. This week we got a couple more horror flicks to go over. So this is Horror Week. And this week, we are continuing the WishMaster series. There's 2 more of these. And we will be going over them. The first one was done in 2001. Went straight to video. No box office numbers. This WishMaster 3. It starred Tobias Mailer and AJ Cook. Now, the story basically is this girl she's part of she's like a college student, and she's assisting, I think he's an archaeological professor or some shit. An archaeologist, and she's like an assistant for him. Well, she opens up one of his packages that's addressed to him. She just flat out opens it and then takes a look inside, and she finds this little stone box or whatever, and for whatever reason she's staring at it for hours. I mean, don't show her do that. It just insinuates, because it's like in the afternoon, and then she's still there like late at night. Anyway, she figures out, she crosses her eyes, she can see a different pattern on the box. I'm like, really? It took like 6 hours for her to figure that out? Anyway, she pushes this little tiny button on the box, and it opens up this tiny little hidden compartment where the red jewel falls out. Now, everybody knows that this red jewel is the lamp, the genie lamp, or whatever you want to call it, where it has trapped the genie. She ends up rubbing it. You know, she like takes her shirt and rubs it, you know, like she's cleaning it off and get a better look at it or whatever. And then the professor shows up and takes the jewel from her as she explains everything, how she found it and blah blah blah. So he takes it from her. She leaves, and then the djinn shows up and basically kills him, cuts his face off, places it on himself, and becomes the professor. So you have a different djinn in this movie. which sucks because I don't like this guy as the Jinn. He was just kind of laughable as the Jinn. He wasn't intimidating or anything like that. But he's not the one who plays the Jinn. You know, the monster looking Jinn. You know, it's a different guy. I didn't care really for him either. Anyways, of course, you know, she's the one who woke the Jinn, so she's the one that's got to give him 3 wishes, blah, 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 and then have the rest of his race come through into our world. It'd be hell on earth. Now, they're calling them demons. They started getting into this. This is the movie where they start doing the whole angels and demons shit. Now they're demons. The Jinn are not demons. So I don't know where they get that at. But they start calling them demons. And then, of course, her boyfriend, he gets possessed by the Archangel Michael because she calls on him to help defeat the Jinn. So they end up fighting. He brings his sword and he calls it the Sword of Justice. And you have to be ready to sacrifice yourself for all of humanity to be able to wield it. Just, you know, they come up with some dumb shit. Anyways, so the Jinn and Michael, they've been fighting all these centuries. Usually Michael wins, obviously. Anyways, the Jinn basically kills most of her friends or family or whatever, and then fucking, except for the boyfriend. The boyfriend is Michael, or possessed by Michael. In the end, she kills the Jinn with the sword. Somehow she takes it from Michael. Or no, Michael does this stupid thing where he tosses her the sword, and then she stabs the Jinn and kills him. And puts him back in his fucking jewel. And I'm just like, oh God, whatever. It was bad. The acting was not good. The story was pretty fucking lame. Man, they really did a number with this series by doing this movie. I give it 2 thumbs down. I didn't care for it. I thought it sucked. But sometimes that's what happens. Anyways, moving on to the next one, which is WishMaster 4. It stars Michael Treco and Tara Nearin. I'm not sure. Again, some of these names are hard to pronounce. Now, don't hate me because I can't fucking get some of these names right. It was done in 2002. It went straight to video. Same guy who played the WishMaster in the third one plays him in this one. But they have a new guy who plays the human version of the WishMaster in this one. The WishMaster kills another guy, takes his face, and it becomes the WishMaster, a human version. In this one, you have a guy, or you have a couple. The guy gets in some kind of accident, and he's paralyzed from the waist down. The attorney who becomes the human WishMaster, he's been trying to help the couple with a lawsuit against this company. I think it was some company or something that caused his accident. They've been trying to get a settlement for a while. Well, the WishMaster comes along. This woman, she's given a gift by the attorney. He wants more to do with her, Um, he's kind of fallen for her because they've been spending a lot of time together. But she's still loyal to her boyfriend or husband or whatever he is. But he tries anyway. Gets her a gift. Again, another stone type of box. But the box falls and breaks. And out pops out the fucking red crystal. She ends up grabbing it and rubbing on it. And here's one of the things I don't understand about this series. All 4 movies, it's a girl who rubs the crystal. Not one of them has a guy do it. Which I don't understand why they can't do one, at least one in the series where a guy is the one who rubs the crystal and becomes the waker, as the WishMaster calls him. But anyways, same thing. She's got to do the 3 wishes, blah, blah, blah. The WishMaster's killing off her fucking friends, family members, blah, blah, blah. But a little thing's different. She actually, this one doesn't know anything about the WishMaster, whereas in the previous movies, they all learned something about the WishMaster. This one, she doesn't know anything about the Jinn or the WishMaster. So she ends up saying her 3rd wish, which is something about she wished she could love him for who he is. Now at the time, she doesn't know anything about the WishMaster Jinn. She's talking about the attorney guy that the WishMaster's taken his form. But anyways, she says that wish, and he tells the brethren who keep pestering him to grant the wish. He says, no, I can't yet. She has to. This is a wish that she has to grant. I can't grant it because she has to truly love me for who I am. Which is it was kind of a twist. He's like rolling his eyes like such a fucked up wish. Now he's got to try to get her to fall in love with him being a Jinn, with her knowing who he truly is. Well, he goes about all these roundabout ways to get her to fall for him, but then he's just like, you know what, fuck this. You love me or I kill your boyfriend kind of shit, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, the boyfriend says, you wanted to grant me a wish, but I haven't granted one yet. Or, I haven't asked for one yet. I wish for a way to kill you. And of course, he gets the sword of justice. And that's how he gets stabbed and killed. But she uses the sword to kill the WishMaster, which stops the wishes and saves the world, blah, blah, blah. And she just walks out of the house like everything's hunky-dory, even though everyone she knows has died. You know, it was just kind of dumb. The ending was dumb. Anyways, this one was actually a little bit better. You had a couple actors that actually were decent actors. So I give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Wasn't the greatest out of the series, but it was a little better. Definitely that 3rd one. So check them out if you want. WishMaster series isn't a bad series. You could possibly just skip the 3rd one because it sucks. But the other 3 are alright. That's all I have for you this week. If you have any thoughts about what I talked about earlier in the video, please leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any suggestions of underrated movies or TV shows you think I've never have seen, that most people never heard of, that kind of thing. I'm really into B movies and shit and doing reviews on them. Please leave your suggestions down in the comment section down below. I'll get to reviewing them as soon as I can. So until next time, I told you you'd be told the truth, and you just been told.